Chicago, get ready! What I'm about to drop today is so explosive, you'll want to stick around till the end. Is a key rookie already causing doubts and fears? Is the mastermind behind it all surprising us with masterful plays nobody thought possible? And the final bomb. Several of our Warriors, including a defensive star, are already off the field before the battle even begins. This is exclusive, it's urgent, and you need to see it right now. Don't go away, like and subscribe, so you don't miss out on any of this madness. Bears Nation, the audacity of some of our own fans leaves me baffled. How can it be that before our star rookie, Luther Burden III, has even laced up for the first day of training camp, there's already a chorus of negative voices on social media, especially on X, declaring him a bust? It's so loud, so unfounded, that even Lions fans, our rivals, are aware of this craziness. This is unacceptable, it's premature, and it's a terrible way to support immense and electrifying talent. Let's talk facts, not unfounded speculations. This is a player who, just a year ago, was projected as a first-round pick. After a sophomore season where he shredded defenses with 86 receptions for 1,212 yards and 9 touchdowns, he was considered elite talent. Why did he fall to the second round of the 2025 draft? The superficial narrative says it was due to a drop in his 2024 production. But that's a half-truth, a flagrant omission of reality. That decrease was heavily influenced by the fact that he was catching passes from a hobbled quarterback, a QB who played with severe wrist and ankle injuries. Do we expect a receiver to be a magician who conjures perfect passes from nowhere? Of course not. Yet, some experts and fans conveniently overlooked this crucial factor and instead began questioning his work ethic and attitude. And the proof of his alleged bad attitude? After the disappointment of not being called on. The first night of the draft, this kid immediately went to the practice field to keep working. Does that sound like a lack of ethics or a bust in the making? Sounds to me like a pro, a DAWG who loves the game and is hungry for success. Then came the soft tissue injury during rookie minicamp, which kept him out of OTAs. Sure, it's not ideal. Nobody wants a player, especially a rookie who needs to absorb a system as precise and complex as Ben Johnson's, missing valuable reps. Colston Loveland, our talented tight end, was in the same situation, rehabilitating from shoulder surgery. But when Coach Johnson talked about the impact of these absences, some fans, with twisted minds, misinterpreted his comments. They took his concern over lost time as direct criticism of Burden for getting injured. A bizarre reaction, to say the least. Johnson said it was unfortunate, noting it was a situational disappointment, an unfortunate circumstance, not a personal or character failure. Injuries are never intentional. They're an inherent part of football, something countless players suffer each season. Do we criticize every player who gets injured as if it's a character flaw? And the curious thing is the same criticisms weren't directed at Loveland. This is an unacceptable double standard. And the cherry on top of the negativity, the contract drama. In July, when 30 of 32 second-round picks hadn't yet signed their contracts, after Texans and Browns set a new precedent, fully guaranteeing the contracts for picks 33 and 34, the anxiety over whether our 3 second-round picks would sign before camp reached a boiling point. But who took most of the flack and criticism? Luther Burden III, not Ozzie Trapelo, not Shemar Turner. It was Burden. As if he alone was responsible for a contractual situation affecting much of the league's second round. This is a manipulation of the narrative, a scapegoat hunt. And to top it all, there was negativity and skepticism, even after Burden took a photo with and voluntarily visited and trained with the NFL's top receiver. Think about that for a second. A rookie on his own time, actively seeking to improve his game, learn from the best, and some fans see it as an alarm signal. I tell you this, if a player is willing to invest his time and effort in perfecting his craft, that is not a sign he'll be a bust. It's a sign he has the mindset of a champion, that he's destined for greatness. It's time to silence the detractors, to put aside this unfounded negativity and support Luther Burden III with the passion he deserves. This kid is about to explode in the NFL, and it'll be us, the true Bears fans, who watch him shine. Bears Nation, I know patience is a virtue, but I also know frustration has been a constant in recent years. 3 seasons, 15 wins. That's the raw stat many have used to nail Ryan Poles to the cross, to demand his head, to say he's not the man for the job. After he promised to take the North and never give it back, many felt let down, felt the rebuild was too slow, that results weren't coming fast enough. People have criticized every move, every non-move, every decision. But I tell you this, it's time to change the narrative. It's time to give Ryan Poles the credit he deserves, because this man is proving to be an elite general manager, a silent strategist who's building a monster in Chicago. Let's analyze his moves with a cold, objective mind. Start with the cornerback market. Jalen Johnson, our Pro Bowler, an undeniable talent, easily one of the top 10 cornerbacks in the league. And you know what? Ryan Poles signed him to a contract, making him only the 14th highest paid at his position. Think about that. A top 10 talent paid like a top 15 player. That's not luck. It's masterful negotiating. A chess move. Where Poles secured a franchise player at incredible value, keeping salary cap flexibility for future moves. How many G-Miz can say they've achieved that with a player that caliber? Very few. And then the offensive line. Protecting Caleb Williams is paramount. It's the lifeline of our offense. And Poles, with a bold, brilliant move, acquired a future Hall of Famer on the offensive line, a proven veteran, an impenetrable wall for a meager 4th-round pick. That's not a bargain. It's daylight robbery. A game-changing move that transforms our offensive line landscape and gives Caleb the protection he needs to thrive. I ask you, isn't that being an elite GM, a top-level strategist? But the masterstroke, the one that changes everything, the one demonstrating Ryan Poles' vision and ability to attract elite talent, is hiring Ben Johnson as our head coach. This wasn't just any coach. He was the most sought-after offensive mastermind in the league. The guy Tom Brady and the Las Vegas Raiders were chasing with all their arsenal. The guy who could choose any team he wanted. And Poles brought him to Chicago. Convinced him to come build something great here, to lead this new era. Isn't that a sign that Poles has the ability to sell a winning vision, to inspire confidence in the league's top talents? I believe so in spades. Sure, Poles has had his mistakes. Number. GM is perfect in this business. Even Howie Roseman, the architect of that winning machine in Philadelphia, infamously passed on Justin Jefferson in the draft and has his own list of questionable trades. Good G-Miz learn from their mistakes, adapt, improve, and I believe Ryan Poles is doing exactly that. He's building something solid, piece by piece, and the recent rookie signings prove it. 3 second-round picks, all signed on time for camp, including Luther Burden III's fully guaranteed contract, which created a historic logjam in the league. That's management, that's vision, that's leadership. Poles is proving he has what it takes to take us to the promised land, to make the Bears that monster dominating the North again. It's time to recognize him and support him with the same passion we support our players. And now, the news that has us all with hearts in our throats. The one making us wonder if fate is playing a cruel joke just when hope is at its highest. Chicago, get ready. Just as rookies and quarterbacks report to HALAS Hall, and we're days from veterans joining for the official camp start, they dropped this bomb. 4 players have been added to the not-football injury list NFI. 4, and they aren't just any names. They aren't filler players. I tell you this is a hard hit, a blow nobody expected, and it could have major repercussions on our team's preparation. The biggest name, undoubtedly, is Jalen Johnson, our star cornerback, the anchor of our defense, the guy who just signed a major deal and is crucial to Matt Eberflus' scheme. Johnson already missed some time early in the offseason during OTAs, although his absence's reason was never specifically explained by Coach Ben Johnson. And now this. What does this mean for our secondary, already a position needing depth and under the microscope? Who's going to take his place in those critical camp early days, where foundations are built, schemes are learned, and chemistry is forged? The rest of the cornerback room, including Tyreek Stevenson, rookie Zyle Frazier, Nashin Wright, and Terrell Smith, will have to step up and prove they're worth it. But the reality is that Jalen Johnson is irreplaceable right now. His presence, leadership, ability to cover the league's best receivers are fundamental. I believe this is a legitimate concern, a warning sign we can't ignore. It's not something to panic about yet, but to keep a very close eye on his progress. Will he be ready for the season's first game? That is the burning question for all who live and breathe Bears. And then there's Case Keenum, our veteran quarterback, also on the NFI list. This is interesting, to say the least, because no prior setback was reported with Keenum before this update. What does this mean for the QB2 competition? It means Tyson Bagent, the youngster who surprised us last year with his grit, mobility, and ability to extend plays, will have a huge leg up in the backup battle behind Caleb Williams. Is this a golden opportunity for Bagent, or a sign that the depth in that position is more fragile than we thought if Keenum can't recover quickly? I ask you. And let's not forget Ian Wheeler, the second-year runner coming off a devastating ACL tear suffered during last August's last preseason game. He was eager to get back on the field during training camp. Like Johnson, he missed time early in the offseason while continuing his recovery. In the Bears Weekly podcast days ago, Wheeler shared a moving vision of his rehab process. The first weeks were really challenging because you can't do anything after surgery. Then, you make your way through the pain. And then there's a point where you feel normal. Then you start trying to do things that aren't normal. And you can't do the same things you used to. Now, at this point, it's just a matter of when. Will I be fully released? That's the question. But I feel good now. His story is a testament to the sport's harshness. Losing more camp time is a hard blow to his comeback and chances of earning a spot. Finally, but not least, Jahdae Walker, the undrafted rookie receiver, will also be out until cleared to participate. Walker showed flashes of speed and potential during rookie minicamp earlier this offseason. For an undrafted player, every rep counts. Every opportunity to impress coaches is vital to hopes of landing a potential practice squad spot. Losing this crucial time in camp is a significant hurdle to his development and aspirations. Ultimately, this news isn't something to be disproportionately alarmed about at this moment. Once Wednesday arrives and we see who isn't really on the field, then the key will be how long it takes them to activate. But we can't afford to ignore these absences. Each player, each lost rep, each camp day is invaluable. This is a test for our roster depth, our coach's ability to adjust and develop other players, and our team's resilience overall. I tell you this, training camp is brutal. It's a trench war. And every day missed is a day not recovered, a day that can make the difference between a roster spot and being left out. It's time to stay alert, Bears Nation, because this season promises to be an emotional roller coaster. Final argument, the moment of truth for our Bears. Look, Bears Nation, what we're seeing right now at HALAS Hall isn't just a series of isolated news. It's the pulse of our team, the unequivocal signal of where we're heading in this crucial season. We have a rookie, Luther Burden III, a generational talent, being unjustly judged and dragged down by a failure narrative before he has the chance to prove his worth on the field. I tell you this, we need to support our players, shield them from negativity, not destroy them with unfounded gossip prematurely. This kid is a warrior, ADAWG, and deserves our patience and encouragement. Then, We have Ryan Poles, the general manager, the architect of this new Chicago Bears chapter. He's proving with facts, strategic and bold moves that he has a plan, that he's making the right plays, and that he's attracting the talent and leadership needed to compete at the highest level, from contract management to hiring the head. Coach, Poles is leaving his mark. Do you still have doubts about his ability? I think it's time to start trusting the process, to give him the benefit of the doubt, because the results are starting to speak for themselves. Finally, the injury situation at camp start. It's a hit, yes, especially with Jalen Johnson's absence, our star cornerback. It's a real concern affecting defense depth and preparation. But it's also a test for our rosters. Depth for our coach's ability to adjust and develop other players, and for our team's resilience overall. How will others respond? Who will step up? I ask you, are we ready for this season? I believe so. But we can't afford to get distracted by unfounded gossip or underestimate the challenges ahead. Each player, each management decision, each injury all add up and contribute to the season's narrative. And as true Bears fans, our job is to stay informed, be critical when needed, but above all, support our team to the end with the passion that defines us. This is Chicago, and here we don't give up. Now, Bears Nation, I want to know what you think. Do you think the failure narrative about Luther Burden III is fair or an overblown exaggeration, and should we give him time to shine? Do you agree with me that Ryan Poles has finally proven his worth as a general manager with elite moves, or do you still have reservations? And most importantly, how do you think these injuries at camp start, especially Jalen Johnson's, will affect our Bears' performance this upcoming season? Leave your comments below. I want to read each of your opinions, each perspective, each argument. And if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, a member of this family living and breathing, navy blue and orange from Chicago's heart, then don't wait any longer. Subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that like button and activate the bell so you don't miss a single piece of news, a single analysis, a single opinion about our beloved Bears. Join the conversation, join the family, because here at Bear Truth Morales, we are a community. See you in the next video. Go Bears!